Autodesk Navisworks 2011 provides a new interface delivering task-based, intuitive organization, enabling faster access to the tools and commands you need so that you spend less time searching through menus and more time focusing on your work. All of the select and search tools are in one location on the Home tab. These enable you to quickly select all objects in the model with the same name, for example. The interface has been designed to have less dependency on the use of docked or auto-hiding windows. Sets, for example, can therefore be browsed and selected from a drop-down list, enabling you to maximize the size of the main view of the model. Similarly, to view the properties of an object, you can access the Properties window. However, by customizing Quick Properties, referred to as Smart Tags in earlier versions, you can see the key properties of interest directly in the main view, even without selecting the object, enabling you to see this information whilst navigating the model. Many shortcuts are available to speed up common operations. Page down, for example, will zoom into the current selection, whilst page up will zoom to the extents of the model. Here you can see the frame and screen have been selected. This is due to the level in the model hierarchy that has been selected. We refer to this as the selection resolution, which you can access from the Select and Search panel. Changing this to geometry, for example, enables you to quickly select the smallest piece of geometry in the model component. Once a selection has been made, an Item Tools tab becomes available, providing access to various object manipulation commands, from hiding the selection, altering its appearance, or transforming its size and position, to adding hyperlinks to external documentation. The Viewpoint tab contains everything associated with the current view of the model, providing control over the camera's field of view, for example. You can also access a full list of saved viewpoints and viewpoint animations, and settings associated with your motion whilst navigating. Saving viewpoints is a one-click operation from this tab, and the Save Viewpoints window is automatically opened, enabling you to rename the view and perform other view management tasks, such as organizing views into folders. Again, once these management tasks have been completed, they can be accessed from the drop-down list, removing the continued dependency on the docked window itself, maximizing the main view once more. All review tools can be accessed from the Review tab, once again removing the dependency on the docked windows of earlier releases and providing increased focus on the model being reviewed. Tagging issues or observations is intuitive, as too is reviewing of previously recorded tags and comments. Viewpoint animations can be recorded from the Animation tab, along with accessing the Animator and Scripter tools for object animation. Controls are available for playback of all animations. The View tab enables you to configure everything related to the workspace, whilst the Output tab provides faster access to print, publish and export commands. Navigation modes including Walk, Orbit and Zoom, along with navigation tools such as Collision and Gravity, have been consolidated into a single navigation bar. Even when in select mode, you can now access the zoom, pan and orbit tools via the middle mouse wheel or button, which helps save time as you no longer need to specifically select these tools in order to use them. This enables you to navigate within the model and select objects to review their properties, for example, without needing to change the tool that you're using. The navigation bar offers a standardized experience across many Autodesk software products. However, it can also be configured to use classic Navisworks tools to suit user preferences. The user interface itself can also be switched into classic mode for existing users requiring more time to transition to the new interface. The interface helps guide you through the features and functionality with detailed tooltips that provide further detail as you hover over them for longer. The interface exposes many features that were previously hidden in options or buried under multiple menus. These new tooltips and supporting resources help users, whether new or existing, to discover and master the available functionality. Sectioning tools are more intuitive to use, providing a visual representation of the section plane or box that make it easier to see what you're controlling. Move, rotate and scale gizmos enable you to manipulate and position the section planes directly in the main view. A drop-down menu provides visibility of all 6 section planes. This makes it easier to configure multiple planes whilst offering control over which of these you choose to enable. The section planes and box are, by default, aligned with the orientation of the view cube. When requiring sectioning to be aligned differently, you can use the Align to Surface feature, or use the Rotate gizmo to manually rotate the plane or box. You can further access numerical values for such transformations, enabling you to manually enter specific values for complete control. Again, at the click of a button, sectioning can be saved with a viewpoint for repeat use or to share with other project members. If your workflow requires regular loading and appending of multiple CAD files to create your integrated project model, especially when design files will be created and stored in a standard directory structure, then this utility can help you to define the project structure and schedule the creation of Navisworks files to coincide with regular model revisions. Specific files can be selected, or a file spec can be defined. A file spec will identify a particular folder or directory along with a specific file format. When run, the utility will load all files of that format found in the specified directory. Each input file can either be converted to a Navisworks format separately or combined into a single project model. You can further choose whether to save the resultant file as a Navisworks NWF, NWD, or as a text file listing the name of each loaded file. The batch utility uses Windows Task Scheduler to enable the creation of these files to be performed at a particular time and regularity. If you have design files being updated daily, then you may choose to have the batch utility create an integrated project model saved to the NWD format at the end of each day, so that the latest model can be reviewed the following day. Autodesk Navisworks software can be used to link existing models to project scheduling applications such as Primavera P6. These schedules can contain thousands or tens of thousands of construction tasks, and the connection method used by previous Navisworks releases could take hours to load the data from these extremely large schedules. Autodesk Navisworks 2011 can connect to Primavera P6 using web services. This capability greatly speeds up the time taken to synchronize Timeliner and Primavera schedules from hours down to a matter of seconds, enabling near real-time synchronization between Primavera and Navisworks. The result of this can revolutionize the project planning workflow, as construction planners are now able to visualize and analyze many more what-if scenarios, for example, in order to optimize their schedules. The Gantt view in Timeliner provides a read-only graphical representation of your project schedule, regardless of the originating source of the task data. Tasks are represented as bars on the Gantt chart, and you can switch between planned, actual, and planned versus actual display dates. You can also use the zoom control to set the resolution of your Gantt view. The DWG file reader has been updated to provide support for point cloud data, created by AutoCAD and AutoCAD Civil 3D. Although Navisworks offers support for several native laser scan file formats, if you have already converted the scan file in AutoCAD, you can save time by not having to convert it twice. The DWG file reader and DGN file reader have both been updated to enable splitting of lines. When loading files containing line work, this enables you to select individual parts of the lines. In some instances, line work may be the only data available, for existing utilities for example. When checking these line-based files for clashes with, say, a new highway design, split lines enable multiple clashes to be identified, along with a greater level of accuracy of clash locations. Updates to the Autodesk Revit NWC exporter include support for room geometry and property information. The Navisworks exporter for Revit-based software, along with similar exporters for AutoCAD-based software, Autodesk 3ds Max, Bentley MicroStation and Graphisoft Archicad, are now available as standalone, distributable export utility. This enables project team members to generate the optimized NWC files directly from their design applications without having to install the Autodesk Navisworks software product. This utility is free of charge and therefore enables members of the core project team to distribute it to all members of the design teams and subcontractors. The NWC file format can only be opened and reviewed in Autodesk Navisworks software and is therefore secure from editing. As a result, sharing design data with the project team via NWC files may be preferred over distribution of native CAD files,